DealQuest community, welcome to this special series that we're doing with the leaders of the RIA aggregator and integrators. So these are the firms in the registered investment advisory industry that are doing what is now 91% of the deals, which are mainly these private equity funded larger RIAs that are looking to buy up and are buying up and doing many, many deals in the space. Other RIA firms, whether they're independent or sometimes from IBD platforms or even doing some deals with wirehouse advisors. So we are fortunate enough to have some of the leading firms in the industry doing these deals, and we have them on in this special series so that people who are interested, right, advisors in the industry who are potentially interested in selling their firms can understand the different models out there. Because one of the benefits of the evolution and the maturation of the RIA space has been that there are more aggregators and integrators, there's more funding for these, there's more private equity. But as that happens, there also is more confusion as to all these different options out there. What are the different models? Why is one better than the other? What is the best fit for me? So the purpose of this series is to give the opportunity for each of these amazing firms to talk about their different models, talk about who they're looking to target, who they attract, and have you be in a better position as a potential seller to understand your options. And for those of you who are not in the RIA space, I would listen anyway. It's also a fascinating look at how the industry's evolved and how an industry matures, and frankly, what the different acquisition models are that could be applied even in other industries. So check out all the videos in this special series on the RIA aggregator and integrators.
Do you want your business to grow faster? Are you open to new and out-of-the-box ways to drive revenues and increase value? How do you imagine the most successful entrepreneurs and business leaders double, triple, or expand their businesses tenfold or more? The answer is Deals. This is a weekly podcast featuring conversations with business owners, executives, and leaders as we reveal behind-the-scenes details that give you, our listeners, the confidence to pursue your own deal-driven growth. On the show, we discuss a huge variety of deals, everything from large, complex mergers and acquisitions to smaller deals that you can do even without significant capital. My name is Corey Kupfer, and I've been supporting deal-driven growth for businesses for 35 years as a successful entrepreneur, professional negotiator, and attorney. My goal is to help you strategize, plan for, find, and complete deals that will help your company grow faster. Welcome to the DealQuest podcast. Let's get started. DealQuest community, and especially those of you who have been listening or watching the special series we're doing on the RIA aggregators and integrators. I wanted to talk to you on this December 23rd, a couple of days before the Christmas holidays and New Year's and the holiday season here. As I think I had indicated in the past, we're going to take a break here because we don't want to do a disservice to any of our amazing CEOs and heads of the integrators and aggregators when people are busy over the holidays. So we're going to pick up again after the new year. But I wanted to do a little recap. If you've missed any of these folks, I mean, the interviews have been amazing. And if you want to just really get the landscape of who's doing the major deals in the RIA space, what their models are, where they are in that integrator versus, towards aggregator scale, is it a partnership model? Who are they looking to attract? What service do they provide? What advantage do they provide? Can you keep your own branding? What are the differences between these major platforms? You should definitely take this time and go back, all right? If you have time over the holidays and you haven't watched Matthew Cooper's episode, who's kicked us off at Beacon Point, or Pat McLean from Allworth Financial, or David Cantor from Blue Spring, or Barbaros from Hightower. All right. We've had those four already so far. They've been released over the last number of weeks, on the last 5 Fridays because we skipped Thanksgiving week. So I think we had Matt before Thanksgiving. But, definitely catch up on those. Check them out. I mean, what's really cool is, you see the differences in their models and their whys and their philosophies and, and where they are on that spectrum and why they think it's better to be able to work under one brand or be able to keep your own branding or, whatever it is, and what their equity models are, and what their capital structures are, and who they've been funded by, and what their visions are. Are they looking to exit quickly and go public or get, bought, or are they, looking to do it for the long term? And again, I mentioned this before, for those of you who are not in our RIA space, all of these approaches and deal models can be applied to other spaces, and it's great to see, to have the leaders, the top folks, in these firms. And some of these firms are doing, 8, 10, 20, 8, 10 deals a year. They've done 20, 30, more deals. And I want to preview who we have coming up as well. So we're going to have, after the new year, we're going to have Claire O'Keefe from Cerity Partners, who we just actually closed a big deal with. I did a video on my social media about first breakaway client I ever had over 23 years ago, who we helped set up and establish his business out of U.S. Trust, actually closed the deal, and that was to Cerity. So we were on the other side of the table, and we're able to get a great deal done and create new partners, our clients in Cerity, for their long-term vision. So we're not gonna be talking specifically about that deal, but we're gonna have Claire O'Keefe on talking about Cerity's journey and philosophy and whatever, which is very, very unique, very different, and very specific. You definitely want to hear it. And then we're also gonna have Jim Dixon from Sanctuary. Again, very different model, right? A firm that recruits out of wirehouses more than some of these others, takes minority interest, not necessarily majority stakes, things like that. So you're gonna want to check that out. And then we also have Marty Bicknell lined up for Mariner. I mean, one of the great firms in the industry, had phenomenal organic growth even before they started doing deals, and now have continued to grow significantly through deals. So I look forward to having Marty on. And we probably have one or two at least more that we're gonna add to the series. So listen, number one, enjoy your holiday time, right? Hopefully you get some downtime, you get to be with your family, you take some time off. If you do feel like, not doing heavy work, but listening and learning about the industry, and you haven't listened to any of the first 4 episodes of this special series in the DealQuest podcast, definitely check them out. And then, rejoin us after the new year on Friday. I believe it's January 6th as the first Friday. Yes. After New Year's, when we will pick up with the series again with the RIA incubators and integrators in the space, who again are doing, tons and tons of deals. And they'll also talk about, generally what's happening in the market, right? As conditions, change, and as deal structures change, and as, whether valuations are changing, and whether deal flow is being adversely affected in any way by some of the headwinds of the economics, and, all of that kind of good stuff. So enjoy your holiday time, folks. See you after the new year. Take care. Thank you for joining me on this episode of DealQuest, where we help you understand how deal-driven growth can be your ticket to freedom. I want to invite you to a unique way to tap into the wisdom and experience of the DealQuest community. Join the DealQuest Deal Den Zoom calls, a free monthly 90-minute mastermind. In the mastermind, we address all the challenges you may be facing and help support you with the opportunities that may arise in terms of deal-driven growth. You will get input not only from me, but all the members on the call will collaborate and serve each other in a mastermind format. To sign up for the free mastermind, go to www.corykupfer.com/dealden. That's corykupfer.com/dealden. I'll see you there. I'm Corey Kupfer. Until next week, wishing you the freedom and financial prosperity that I know your DealQuest will